Good morning, this is Captain Brian with this morning's edition of Get Motivated. Out here in the Caloosahatchee at 7 a.m., a little bit after, just got done working at the gym for an hour with my trainer, and the blood's pumping, ready to go, get ready to head to the tennis court for a couple hours. I want to talk to you. I read a cool article on Bennington Boat Company, and they were kind of the example of what I felt what we all should be shooting for, to be above average and to be the exception of what we're doing. And reading that article was pretty cool, because this was back in 2007, 2008, when the recession started to kick in. People didn't know what quite was going down, but when people their money stops flowing, the toys go away first. And you're not paying for your boats, your jet skis, your quad runners, the extra house, the extra cabin, what you might have. That's the first money to dry up, because you got to pay your bills first to live. And what Bennington Boat Company, obviously in that recession, people weren't buying boats as much. Instead of them cutting back and making it cheaper boats to get people to buy it, they went the other way and went for the big market and went for the people with the money. And they put all the upgrades on the boat. They put mahogany armrests in, they put a better styling cushion, they put nicer mats on the floor, or decking I should say, and put in like fancier fridges, water sinks, all the amenities almost that a big boat would have, but into a pontoon boat. And then they put bigger engines on it so you can water ski and use it more of a multi-purpose boat. And their sales actually increased, because they were selling the Rolls Royce of cars, so the people that still had the money were still buying the toys, and this was the flash that they were getting out of it. So they improved their margins in a recession economy. They actually dominated 32% of all the boat sales of that size in the country, which is phenomenal. I mean, it's kind of what Lexus and Toyota did. When Toyota was coming in the country, they were making their market as a Toyota, as a nice, strong, stable car, but they were getting tariffed on the car, bringing it as a foreign car, so they said, well, let's go for a higher end car and we can absorb the tariff and give people what they want, and that's when they came out with the Lexus. They take basically the same model as the Toyota, call it a Lexus, and put a better dashboard in, a little fancier lines, a little extra electronics, and made themselves the exception. And I mean, they were just the car to buy, and now everybody else is coming up. If you look at Hyundai, they're doing the same thing, coming out with the Genesis. They were the low-end market of a car next to a Kia, and now they're making all fancier cars. They're making a $50,000 car now that people are buying. It's just option for option is the same car. And you can think about that with your Toyota. You can buy the top-of-the-line Avalon, which is about the same as the Lexus, part for part, but you're not paying for the Lexus name, so you're not paying for the extra advertising they have to put out for it, and you still get the car with the same option for about 15% less money. So think about what you're doing in your business, in your career, in your life. Are you just trying to fit it on your neighborhood, or are you trying to be the exception with the nicer lawn and the bigger house? Or how do you want to be? Or are you looking at money-wise? Or you want to be richer than the person beside you, which you don't know? Nobody knows what's behind a closed door and how much money they have, how much debt they're leveraged. And all you can do is what you can do for yourself. And you can make that change and make that happen. And it's just up to you to how much time you're going to put in and want to do it and do that. Because we talked about it before, rich versus wealthy, and I look at how long, if you stopped working today, how long could you keep your current lifestyle without having to go back to work? With the savings you have and the money you have in the bank and what you have in reserves, how long can you go? That's what I call wealth. Rich is, if you run out of money in 2 months, you're rich, you're living like a rich person, but you have no support, you have no roots that's holding you to the ground. So figure out what your wealth is, what your rich is, but figure out how to be above average, because that's going to get you where you want to be, so you can be wealthy. So I'm Captain Brian. Let's get motivated. If you got any questions, give me a call. If you like the video, please share it with a friend, and we'll get you another one here this weekend. Talk to you soon. I'm Captain Brian.